So hello and welcome to all of you in my series of session. This is session number 13 of Meet the Winners. As you know that in this program, I usually bring the from different walks of life successful people who are. So as you all know that my program is having only two purposes. The first purpose is to let the people of repute and successful people to the general public, and through their life let the students who are aspiring to become a successful person get some lessons, some aspirations, some kind of energy they should receive from them. How did they manage to succeed, to follow them? So this is going to be two-way benefit. The receiver and the giver both are going to get a benefit out of it. So as you have seen in previous cases, I have brought many other engineers, political scientists, mathematicians, statisticians. Now our today's guest is going to be different from them, and it is going to be the cream of the science, the person who is dealing with the subject which is the cream of the science. Without that, science will never be known and flourish. That is one of the most important branch of the science. I would like to give a brief description of him first of all. Then I will ask him questions. Through the question, the many other things will come up. But he must be introduced before you. He is one of the best physics professor. At the moment, he is working in Aliya University. He is a professor at the same time he is head of the department. He has got a lot of awards. Okay, to mention a few, I would like to say that he has been elected as a fellow of Royal Astronomical Society of London, UK, individual member of International Astronomical Union, Paris, visiting associate of IUCA Pune, and visited IABS Zanjan, associate from 2nd May till 30 2018. These are quite few quite few of the awards that he has received, and he has not only got educated himself in physics, but he is doing service to the nation through his knowledge, and he has supervised at least six people has already done research under him, doctor level degree, PhD degree. Their name I can mention one of them, Suvarnanandu Mandal, okay, Prahalad Ghosh. So they are all three people in a group. There are 6 in total whom he has already guided, and they are now PhD under him. He has also there are 6 people existing doing research under him, and he has also supervised master thesis. They are quite 14 in numbers. He has been collaborating with foreign educators, Professor A.D. Benedicts, Simon Fraser University, Canada, Professor A.I. Philip Penov, Bakshir State Pedagogical University, Russia. So there are at least 6 external, learned people from the foreign countries has been collaborating with him. He has also supervised a project he has supervised, which is SERC Fast Track Project for Young Scientists in 2009. Then also he has supervised the UGC Minor Research Project in 2008. He has been convening seminar. He has convened 2 or 3 seminars under him, and he has published 95 research papers, and his citation is near about 2,000 citation he has got. So in brief, I would like to say that he is a physics person of great repute. More things will come up when we will be discussing and talking to him. So without any delay, I would like to introduce you Dr. Mehedi Kalam. Welcome to you, sir. Welcome to you.
Welcome. Thank you.
As you know that,
thank you very much for inviting me to the program. Yeah.
Thank you. As you know that the format of the program is I will be asking you a question, and question will be first, The first question in all the program is your family background. Could you please give in brief your family background, like for example, your father and village or place where you have taken your early educations. So you just let the people know so that the people can understand that there is no hindrance, no kind of obstruction if you have a will and desire to go ahead. So just could you please just tell us the brief family background of you?
Yeah. And good evening to everybody. I belongs to a middle class family. I'm born and brought up in Baripur, which is a remote village from. It is near about 20 kilometers away from Kolkata, and my father was having some business as well as the occupation is some kind of cultivations is there, and my mother was a housewife. So my actually schooling started with the primary schooling started from my village government primary schools. All we know that in a government primary school in West Bengal, in a remote area, is not so infrastructured. But the teachers are there. Of course, they are very much cordial, very much lovable. All they love very much to the students. And after completing my primary school education, I got admitted to our area's very renowned schools, that is called Baripur High School, which was established in 1848. And we have so many alumni in our schools. And I completed my higher secondary, completed from class 5 to class 12. That means completed my higher secondary from that school, and I stood second in my schools. And after that, I have to say something about that in that phase, because after the graduation and after the higher secondary and the graduation, there's a transition phase is there. I have to say something about the to the students, what was happened to my to my life. I can share this later. After that, I took admission to for my BSc Physics in Jadavpur University, which was a renowned university in Kolkata as well as in the world also. And I completed my graduation in physics honors from Jadavpur. Also completed my masters from Jadavpur University, and in the same university I have completed my PhD there. And after completing my PhD in 2004, I got the lectureship at that time.
Doctor, I will come to this point. Here I would like to bring you in some important question. The important question is, like in higher secondary, you have done higher secondary from Barupur High School, right? So when did you feel like taking science course? Okay, not the arts and commerce. How did you feel like I must go to the science branch? And you have you been guided by someone? Your teacher told you, or your family told you? What made you to go to the science stream? Could you please just elaborate to our audience, because there are many people are quite fixed what to take, what not to take. So you give your brief information, what made you to take this one, and it proven to be a good decision. Okay.
Of course. I always from my schooling approximately usually from starting from class 6, I think. I was very much loved with mathematics, because mathematics have some logics is there, and through mathematics we actually I loved physics also. Not so much loved with the chemistry. I must say. Because they're so and also my family, my brothers, we have five brothers and sisters total. In total, I am the youngest, and my brothers all are from the science backgrounds. So they of course guided me, and but in between that, I have a love with the mathematics as well as the physics from that. Yeah, and I have got a very good marks in my secondary exam, board exam, in physics as well as in mathematics. And in my teachers also from the schools, they want me that I should go for the pure science, and as well as they believe that. But I want to say that here, that in our village, near about we are near about 10,000 populations are there at that time, and there is no medical doctors at that time. So my parents as well as my brothers and sisters all want to be a doctor, medical doctor.
Yes.
They want to see
Yeah.
me
This is the
that.
story.
Yeah, this is the story, is that. And then my teachers are actually, they believe that I must go for engineering or must go for the pure science. But as my parents as well as my families wish, I choose to go to the medical entrance exams. And but I must say that the first time when I sat for the medical exams, I was failed.
Hmm.
And and my father told me that no, you take another chance.
Hmm.
And my father is I can remember, I can share with you my experience with that, that in the next time I prepared very well for the entrance of the for the medical entrance. And when my entrance admit card came, my father, at that time the Ramadan was there, and my father was fasting at that time, and he took my admit cards and told me that look, you see, this is your admit card, and I say you, and I am fasting, and so in that word, you will become a doctor, and your name will be Dr. Mehedi Kalam. Yeah. Almighty Allah has fulfilled his partial wish.
You
I
became
think
doctor, but not
I
medical.
yeah I became a doctor Mehdi Kalam, but from the doctorate background.
Yes,
And,
yeah, doctor. So here I
yeah,
would like to,
of course.
here I would like to come into for my audience. Look,
Yeah,
there are many a desire people want to do, but not all the time that comes out true
yeah,
because of different reason. Where various
yeah,
scenario comes up that you do not get what you want, but the life is not finishing over there. Okay, you don't
yeah,
know what is good for you, what is bad for you. Just look the people, and everybody want to go to the stream. Not everybody can become doctor. There are many a place where you can shine up and do service to the country, service to your people. So same case happened to Dr. Mehdi Kalam. His father wanted, he
yeah,
also wanted, but it was not to happen, and it didn't happen. But he chose to study pure, pure science, and he have taken honors course in physics. So I would like now to put you one more question here. What actually, what actually you found very different, and which make you to like it so much that you did PhD in physics? Just
yeah,
please let the audience know what is good in physics that you would like to
yeah.
share with our audience, which will make them also love physics. So here comes your experience, your ideas, your all what you have learned and taught in physics. Try to provide some kind of glimpse of this so that the other people can also start loving physics. So your turn, sir.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
over to you.
Yeah. Physics is a subject which we everywhere in physics. I think in your life, what you see seeing everything, a car is moving, you are walking, so everything is physics is there. You have fridge, you have televisions, you have computers, you have mobile phones, so everywhere is the principle of physics is there. So love with the physics, I must say to the students that you must have always some curiosity about that why this is happens, why you have to ask yourself always, why this is happened, why this is, suppose I'm giving one example, is that and I believe that suppose you take a tennis ball in your hand, and that tennis ball you throw in the upward directions, and then what will happen that when the ball leaves to from your hand, it has some greater velocity, and when it moves in the upward direction, so after reaching some height, its velocity becomes zero. Now you must have some curiosity always, because why this higher velocity becomes lower. So as the velocity decreases, so that means that there is some deceleration takes place, of course. So every time you have to ask yourself, then you go to the answer, and you will find what is the main physics behind that, and what is the laws are behind that. Suppose you place that tennis ball, you throw that tennis ball making with some angle, and in that situation what happens, it will not coming back to your hand, it has some horizontal, it moves some horizontal direction. Now you have to ask yourself why this will happen, and so this type of curiosity always you have to grow, so then automatically you will love the subject. And so everything lies in the physics, and of course you have to be learn the mathematics, because physics is built up with the structure of mathematics. So you must have some logic always you have, and that logic will tend towards the subject physics.
So, Doctor, you want to say that if you want to love physics, then you'll have to see around whatever is happening around you. You must try to find the reason behind it. Like what you explained, that you are throwing a ball above, that means you are giving a speed to that. Okay, now you're throwing, it not necessarily will be, it can be horizontal throw, it can be vertical throw, it can be with an angle. So you have to understand these things, that what will happen if I throw vertically upside, what will happen when I throw horizontally, what will happen we throw with an angle in a particular directions. So all these things you have to ask and inquire and try to find out the reason behind why the speed is decreasing. So you just make up your mind, put your question, and then try to find the answer. Then you will be learning it better. Nobody will have to make you remember and memorize. This is all by observation. Am I clear what you said, Doctor?
Yeah. Of course.
So as you said,
and I must,
yeah.
I must say that the teaching will be very, very easy, and also the subject will becomes a very interesting to the students. If suppose we are starting as a teacher, we are starting a topic, right? So in that situation, it is very useful to the students that of course we don't have that kind of infrastructure which the first world country have, but with very little experiments, with that the teacher can understand, can explain the topic. Suppose one teacher starting surface tensions, right? Okay. So he or she can take two capillaries, two glass tubes. One is capillary tube, another having greater diameters, and with a beaker of water, right? So starting the class, starting to explain that the topic surface tension, if he or she can give the experiment at first, that in that experiment we'll see that for the capillary, the water will rise, and for having greater diameter of the tube, there is no rise in the water. So the students will see this will happen, and then automatically they can ask why this is happened, why the water will rises for the capillaries and why it is not rises for the higher diameters tubes. So automatically the student interest will grow.
So, doctor, you want to suggest that for teaching physics, you must demonstrate before the student. That's what you want to say. So, doctor, nowadays there is a trend coming up in the foreign countries, or people are doing research on that, project-based learning. What's your opinion? What's your opinion that if the system of education becomes project-based learning, then it is going to be better? Do you agree with this, or just shed a light on this, what I suggested? Project-based learning will be good?
Of course, but I have one opinion that at first the students must learn the topics at first.
Correct. Yes.
And at first learn the topics and then go to some projects with the same topics.
Right.
That will be very, very useful for the students, of course. But in the first world country, there is a very good infrastructure, very good funding is there. But again, I'm telling you, for the third world countries, there's a huge population is there. There is no funding, no such like infrastructures. So we have to do with very low costing equipments. We can use that and can do the projects also.
So now here comes one more idea. Now it is trending in foreign countries as well. And we, as a professor practicing this in my university, like first of all, this is called the peer learning, the peer learning process. I think for the physics, this is going to be the best process. You can suggest what I do. For example, a student has been given first 10 minutes of explaining some concept. Okay, then after that, my MCQ question is given on that topic to the students. Okay, everybody is given. Okay, now the answer will be, of course, somebody will do correct, somebody will do wrong. Okay, so you do what? Give them 5 people sitting together, 5, 20, so 5 groups, and then let the people talk about their answers. So you will see among the group of 5, maybe 2 will be correct or 1 will be correct. Okay. So in each group you will be finding one is correct. If none of the correct, then you add the other 2 groups. There must be, you will find 1 or 2 is doing correct. Then he will be asking the student who did correct, consult with him. How did you do is correct? Give him 5-minute time to discuss with him. Now the teacher will explain or ask him, why did you choose the correct answer? He will explain. Then they will ask the other student, why didn't you choose this one? Now, are you clear now? If not, then teacher will explain again. So this way, if everywhere done, you are solving the problem of the number of students got decreased. You're not going to, and the people will learning together. They will develop confidence in themselves. A lot of efforts of the teacher will be decreased if they start learning peer learning. So I think the physics is most suitable subject for teaching through the peer learning process. So anyway, so as you have suggested that physics must be learned by observation or by demonstrations. If the teacher demonstrate, the student observe, then physics can easily be learning. Now I come to for the more educated people like your main area of research has been the relativity and astronomy and gravity. All these have been okay. So just shed a little bit information what you are doing now. You have supervised more than 12 now PhD students. So just tell us what is where the physics now stand related to your field. Just a brief description so that the other who want the who want the food of physics, they can take from you. And
Yeah,
then I will come
yeah.
back again. Yeah.
Yeah. I will. I'll discuss on the topics of which I am recently is doing my research.
Right.
The topics is very interesting. The two topics I'm now doing now. One is called on the neutron stars, the equation of state and the structures
Doctor,
of the
one second.
neutron stars.
One
And
second, doctor.
yeah,
One second.
yeah,
Let me remind my audience that you will be given fair chance to ask the question to Dr. Mehedi Kalam. So you can
yes,
prepare your question. So be patient, listen,
yeah,
and he will try
of
to
course,
explain all of your answer.
yeah,
Sorry for
of
interruption.
course,
Continue.
no, yeah, and another my topics is called the wormhole. I think wormhole is very interesting, very interesting topics. Actually, the concept of wormhole actually first introduced by Ludwig Flamm in 1916.
Yes.
But after Albert Einstein and uh, it was Albert Einstein concept actually, and also the Rosen is there. That's why it is called Einstein-Rosen bridge. The concept of wormhole came from Albert Einstein. Though in that time, Albert Einstein is not called it as wormhole. It was in 1962. John Wheeler actually called it as wormhole. So wormhole is very interesting topics nowadays. Any wormhole has two mouths, two separate mouths, one in the upward and another in the downward, and these two mouths are connected with some throats, with one throat. Okay, right. And the most interesting thing is that this wormhole is the concept came from the general theory of relativity. It comes the solution of the Einstein's field equations. And that wormhole having at the throat region, we see that it is very unstable. Unstable, why? I want to explain it. Suppose if you were seeing in my two hand one mouth, another is the lower portion is another mouth. So at the throat region, what happens? The huge masses in the upward direction attracts the throat regions in the upward direction.
Correct.
As well as in the lower regions attracts the throat regions in the downward direction. So that's why actually it breaks at the throat regions. Yes. So the classical wormhole actually, that's why it's very unstable. It was the idea of Kip Thorne.
One second. Sorry to interrupt you. So there you are talking like about, you are bringing the concept of gravitation over there, right?
Of course.
You are bringing the concept of gravitation there. So the heavier mass below is pulling the neck type, and the upper one, and then that's why the hole is being created. This is what you want to say? Because of that?
Of course. That's why the classical wormhole is very unstable. And now it is the concept of actually Kip Thorne, the Nobel laureate Kip Thorne, in 1998. Kip Thorne concept is that if we place a particular matter at the throat region, right, and that matter is called the exotic matter. And exotic matter, and the concept of the Kip Thorne is that if you place an exotic matter at the throat region, now the question is, what is an exotic matter? Exotic matter has a peculiar property. If any real matter is there, so real matter having some density is there. Correct. Of course, positive density, and that density having some pressures also.
Correct.
So it always obeys a condition that is called the null energy condition. Capital NEC, null energy condition. Real matter always obeys the null energy condition. And that condition is rho is the density plus pressure P is always greater than 0. And real matter always obeys this. But the exotic matter, according to Kip Thorne, is that this exotic matter is violating these null energy conditions. That is the main problem of this wormhole. But according to Kip Thorne is that this exotic matter has the property of anti-gravity.
Yeah.
what interesting is that, and what interesting thing is that if you place the at the throat region the exotic matter, so as it is an anti-gravity, so higher gravity actually repels the throat region in the downward direction. So upward regions gravity is repelling the exotic matter in the downward direction, and the lower portion gravity is repelling the exotic matter in the upward direction because it is repelling the gravity. So these two actually balances, and that balances the stability of the wormhole. This is the concept of Kip Thorne. Okay, but the question is, where we can get this type of, because it is not a real matter.
According to some scientists, as because the continuity of the surface, then is not being maintained over there. So that's why the concept of the differential geometry came into in. Differential geometry is actually giving some kind of life to this theory. So I think most of the people who are interested in learning physics, they should go to these ideas. These ideas are very, very popular now. Many people are doing research on this. There are people who are doing unification of forces. They are also doing unification theory. Albert Einstein, then Nurul Islam, and then the third one, Nurul Islam just managed to do the second, combine the two forces together. They converted into one. But the third force, which is the gravity, is not, nobody has able to do this one. Hopefully, your research might lead to make it combine the unification of the three forces. As you know, there are the three types of forces has to be converted into one, and this might lead to a Nobel Prize. Like if you could do this.
I'm not working on that.
I'm working through this one. Through this one, the way you showed here, wormhole, black hole, all these are a part of those which you are discovering at this level. Okay, the Albert Einstein's theory. Okay, so then after some time, you never know from where that is what is happening. Madame Curie did not want to invent X-ray, so she got like that. So could possibly be you are doing. Hopefully, you may get. This is our prayer to you, sir. You manage to find something which makes you a Nobel Prize. Okay, so so Doctor, from here, I would like to like, for example, in the physics. Okay, in the physics. Fortunately, I've been also liking too much physics. I was doing in higher secondary good, but I could not do physics because that time the college where I took admission was only mathematics available, and I managed to do it now, mathematics professor. What is important is, like, you become IS officer for the student. I'm saying you become IS officer, you will have a good life, good power, pump, everything. But as soon as you retire, you are gone. But if you become a scientist and you manage to do something great, then people will remember you for the whole of your life. I will suggest, because now the people are not going to become scientists. They just want immediate job oriented study they are doing. That's why they are doing professional degrees, but they are not going to do study in the mainstream like physics, chemistry, mathematics. Many after the introduction of technology, the main science is really suffering, really suffering. To some extent, physics is getting help from the technology, but other branches like mathematics and all that are really suffering because the technology is leading to many other things. Now from here, I would like you to give such a thing which the student must be thinking doing physics. Give some idea to the student of grade 12, those who have already passed the exams, waiting for their results. What you will suggest them to, even if you become engineer, but you must study physics, how it is going to help them in future. So this is just from your experience, just to help them understand.
Of course. nowadays a job is very important, of course,
Hmm.
and many students are opting for the engineering jobs because it has only after 4 years after the higher secondary exams they can get the jobs. So many are interested on that. But till any students can opt for the engineering, they can opt for the research also, because engineering topics, there is many options for the research. I know one student who is doing his in BTech engineering in Jadavpur University. I know
Yes, sir.
one student,
Yeah.
yeah, BTech engineering, but he is very much interested in astrophysics, and he's doing his BTech degree. Along with this, he's working on some research papers on astrophysics, and I recommend him to go to IUCA, where is IUCA is the Inter University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics, is the top research astrophysics institute in India, and he also go there and working on that astrophysics. So it maybe for his job, the engineering background is there. He may be in service in some companies, but he can do research along with this. That is a very interesting, because the interest on the science is very important. And I believe that in astrophysics, so all the students are very much curiosity on the stars, on the different astrophysical phenomena is every times they have seen.
Okay, so now here I will come back again to my high school student and higher secondary students. So for those who have passed the Madhyamik exams, they are going to take science. Which book you will suggest in physics they should study, and going to help them how to study, just give them for the +2 student now, and then we will talk about the higher secondary student should choose what. So first, for high school student, those who are starting to prepare for the higher secondary exam +2, how you will guide them, how you will tell them which book to follow, how to follow. Just give them a brief, share your brief experience of teaching physics.
Oh, I see for the high secondary or the +2 levels, there are many books in CBSE board or ISC board. The famous book is from A.C. Verma. A.C. Verma's Concept of Physics is very useful books, I think.
He's Kanpur
And
IT, right? This
yeah,
man is
yeah,
Kanpur IT. He
yeah.
was
Kanpur IT.
friend of my brother-in-law. They did together.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. It's a
He was
very
in
famous
America,
book.
then he came back and he started
Yeah.
writing book. Now he's very popular. Yes, sir. Continue.
Yeah, very popular and very useful also. And along with, I suggest, I say there are many books is there, but I suggest they can use for. There are so many books like ABC Physics is there, and there is also books from the Tata McGraw Hill's books is
Yes.
there, and also there is some books from Dinesh also there. So I think the student must follow any single book at first, and of course the NCERT books. Yes,
NCERT.
I must say the NCERT books is very concise and very useful also. So the students must follow any one book, and throughout they must learn that everything they must, and then it will cover near about 80 to 90%. And for the other reference, for the 10%, they can use the other reference books.
Yeah, good. But nowadays, doctor, what is happening? People are going to somebody is saying holiday and Rensick book.
Of
Okay?
course, holiday, yeah, the holiday Resnick books, and also the problems from the Eurodoff. And yeah, problem from the general physics Eurodoff is very important.
Yeah, actually nowadays what is happening, there are many guides are being prepared from the coaching centers, Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
for
yeah,
developing concept, the Harlan Sick book is a very thick book and very good book. Too many problems are there. Most of the question coming from there, that I have noticed and I have got it. But now I will suggest you, people are going to the coaching centers. Okay. So should they listen to the advice of the coaching center, or they should parallelly develop their own idea? What actually you do suggest? Because it is a huge course after Madhyamik. It's very, very huge course. It's very difficult for the people to go through 3 or 4 huge courses to manage. They have to study in the school, higher secondary also, plus prepare for joint interest. So a lot of pressure is there. And if I go to the question papers of the joint entrance, you will not find a kind of similarity exactly with the question that comes in higher secondary and what comes in the joint entrance. There is a lot of gap over there. So just give them suggestion, because higher secondary you have to score the grade, but in the joint entrance you have to score the rank. A rank is not that you have to going to do 100%. This is not going to happen. The question has been designed not to select, it is actually designed to reject. So don't think that you are going to cover 100%, but you have to optimize your percentage of the question that you. This is what everybody is trying to do. I don't think that ever in the history of the IIT or the any student have got 99 percentile or 100 percentile. There are different stories which the people do not know, but we should always try to make ourselves in a way that we get 100%. Okay, so students should prepare in a way that they should not compromise their high secondary grades, and then they prepare for just to try to do little addition what they have studied in the higher secondary for the preparation of joint entrance. What is your suggestion?
Of course, it is a huge syllabus and the time is very, very short. And so actually huge pressure on the students, and they have to prepare for the JEE main or the JEE advanced. They have to appear in three subjects. So each subject having a huge syllabus, as well as the huge they have to do huge different types of problems they have to solve. So there are what for the physics, I must say, I have mentioned the different books, and along with that the students must practice the last nearly 30 to 40 years questions which are available for different exams. They must have to practice on that. So practicing on, because all most of the these exams are MCQ type of exams. So they have to solve different problems, and that problems must the candidate must have to do with a very little time. So time consuming, time factor is very, very important for them, for the physics subjects. So for that they have to practice much more, so that they can manage the time. That is the very important, and for that I suggest they have to of course solve the nearly 30 to 40 years previous year questions, along with different types of problems.
Okay, so now we have covered high school and higher secondary. Now, special something, if you want to tell them, to our audience, the students, something special from your life, you share it. Then I will allow the student to ask you questions. So, according to everybody's experience, physics is really considered to be the toughest subject so far the higher secondary is concerned. That's there, okay, because the multiple choice questions, the answers selected are such that you feel like sometimes all the three are correct. Sometimes they design a question in a way that all the three are correct. Okay, so it is a very difficult task for the student to recognize unless they have been trained to these type of problem. According to some teachers which I have talked to, they are saying that you have to classify the type of the questions. You have to classify for each subject, each topic, right? Each chapter, you can say, classify the different types of question. Okay, this is so when you classify, then you have, for example, 100 per question to solve, then you will be getting classification hardly 5 or 6 group. So you put first group, there are 10 questions. Second group, like 10 questions. So if you remember those types, then you will be able to solve 100 questions. So main thing is to classifying the topic from where the question comes. This is the smart way of study. You don't solve directly without thinking. You just solve question number 1, question number 2, then see it comes under which category. So if you just classify this way, like a root branch, like a tree diagram, if you make it like that, then your study will be easier and you will get less time to revise. Because revision at a night, whatever you study night before the exam is most important. Okay, so if you don't have a brief explanation of all what you have learned, like a short notes, you won't be able to do better, because a night before the exam is already pressure. You cannot revise everything. Okay, so if you prepare this way, according to some expert teachers and according to my experience as well, that you must classify the type of the questions, which will reduce from 100 to 5 types or 6 types only. If you could do this, then you are not going to solve before the exam 100 questions, only 5 questions. And then you try to relate, try to relate. So that is how the math and physics goes. Okay. So what your suggestion, what I said, is it correct? You would like to second it, or you have anything to add here?
No, of course, that is correct. So the main thing is that you have to practice. That is the main thing, because the time is a very, very big factor for this type of competitive exams. And so of course the strategy must be like that, as you have said. Of course, I agree with you. And I must say one thing again, that according to my experience, my experience, that I must say to the students is that, suppose you are preparing for IIT exams, right? And again I say you failed. So this is not the last exam of your life. Mind that. Again, I am telling again and again, because I see some examples that someone is trying to cracking the IIT exams, they failed, but and they do some BTechs from other engineering colleges, but they crack the IAS exam with the first attempts. And there are so many students are there, examples are there, who are cracking the IIT exams but failed to crack the IAS exams, or cracking the IAS exams with 5 to 6 attempts. So any exam, if you are failed in any entrance exam, it doesn't mean that you have lost everything. You may crack another exams, another toughest test. So IAS and IIT exams are the toughest one, right? So if you fail IIT exam, then you can crack the IAS exams. So you mind that always I can say. So because it is a very much competitive world, we see that so many students are frustrated with failing, with their ambitions, that failing. I am giving my examples, that my ambitions was that to become a doctor, but now Almighty Allah give me in that position, that what I have achieved now. Yes, thanks to Almighty, of course.
Actually, it is just like a human nature. They want to herd mentality. This is called the herd mentality. And people are doing this, so I will also do. Very justification and your bent of mind and subject strength and demand at the early stage, many people don't know. So you have been designed for some other places, and you have put your nose some other places. You have to be rejected
Yeah.
in order to put your set your correct
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah.
That is all
Yeah.
divine procedure that you have to accept. And as you are saying, failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is
Exactly.
a part
The
of the subject,
pillar of success.
part
Yeah.
of the part of the process. It is not
Yeah. Yeah.
opposite. It is a
Yeah.
supplementary part. Without failure, nobody who on the earth can say that he solved problem mathematics, all the problem first time. Who on the earth?
Yeah.
Many researchers did Einstein didn't fail? Do you think he sit and start solving, get the answer? Many people took hundreds
Yeah.
of years. You people will be surprised to know that what is life still scientists has not able to define.
Yeah. Yeah.
People will say what is life, we know what is life, but the scientists have still failed to give a proper definition of life, because they
Yeah.
are not able to explain that if an animal has life, human being has life, why not the chair is not having life? Okay, is there there are many things which replicate themselves but do not produce. So life, the meaning of life is the people, so many people have ended their life, have not been able to understand. So
Yeah.
imagine
Yeah.
you think everything is farce then. No, it's not like that. Failure is
Yeah.
the pillar of success, as you say. You fail means you narrow the path of your success. From
Yeah. Yeah. Of
98,
course.
from 99, you reduce one, you become 98. So you are reducing the path of obstacle if you become failure. So never lose
Yeah.
heart. And this is what you would like to suggest my student, right?
Yeah. 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 Of course.
Okay. So now,
Yeah, of course. Sir, I want to say something about my institution, because
correct,
it
correct,
is
correct, correct,
a
correct.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Now, as you have, as I mentioned you that he is a professor of Aliya University. Aliya University is in Kolkata, and here there are many branches are there. So students, if they have a plan to choose a university to study, having got passed in a joint interest, they should try to know what the Aliya University is going to offer. So just I will ask Dr. Mehdi to give what actually you are doing in Aliya University so the people know. Okay, so over to you now. You can explain what you are doing in Aliya University, how the people, why the people will choose your university to study.
yeah. I took, actually I took this opportunity to explain my parent institution, because
Correct,
we see that that a large section doesn't know about our university. So
correct.
I took this opportunity to
Okay.
uh,
That's good. This is what we want.
say something.
This
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
I
yeah,
want.
yeah. Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. My actually our Aliya University has a great heritage, I must say
Hmm.
that, and it was my our university actually mentioned in different government records as Calcutta Madrasa or Calcutta Mohammedan College and Aliya Madrasa. It was mentioned.
Hmm.
And actually this university, this institution actually first established. This is the first institution, mind
Yes,
that this is
correct.
the first institution established in British India.
Hmm.
And this institution was established by Governor General Warren Hastings in 1780.
Hmm.
So this is the first institution in British India, and it was established by Warren Hastings,
Hmm.
the British Governor General, in 1780. The main intention to establish this university, this institution, was that to educate the mainly Muslim peoples in Persian, in Arabic, and as well as in English, so that they can get the jobs in the government sectors. But eventually, after some days, the different subjects, like the modern subjects like astronomy, geometry, arithmetic, and law, it was also included in this institution. And mind that in 1821, in our university, in our institution, is the first institution where the public examination takes place along the presence of different government officials. In 1821, at our university, at our institution, the first public examination takes place. And along with that, this is the first institution where the medical classes was started, and with the ownership of Dr. Peter Britton, he was actually given the power to start these medical classes at our university, and it was started in 1821, and till then the Calcutta Medical College, which was established in 1835, before establishing of Calcutta Medical College in 1835, all the medical classes took place in our institutions. And after the establishment of the medical college, all the medical classes were shifted to Calcutta Medical College. But at that time, the standard of our institution is so high that that any students who are passing from this at that time the institution called is madrasa, so Aliya madrasas, from there the pass out students can take admission to directly to Calcutta Medical College. And after that the freedom struggle started, and there are so many things happened, and after the partition takes place and so on, the standard actually deteriorating. So but in 2007, the West Bengal government, the then West Bengal government, with the leadership of the governor Kidwai, and so many educationalists, they thought that this taking this heritage to transform this institution to a university. So that's why in the West Bengal Legislative Assembly in 2007, it was passed the Aliya University Act, and after that it was established as the Aliya University, and which we have a different type of streams. We have engineering, BTech in five engineering: electrical, mechanical, electronics, computer science, and civil engineering is also there, and all the science subjects: physics, chemistry, mathematics, up to UG, PG, and PhD. Everything is there, and also the humanities, having all the subjects is Bengali, English, geography, and along with the and so on, with the history, and also the BSc nursing is also we have. And not only that, we have MBA is there, mass communication, journalism, total 23 different subjects we have. And mostly I can say that the placements what we have now is nearly 100% for the computer science engineering, and for other subject the placement near about 50% of the engineering subjects. And not only that, from the science and humanities, the students are coming, they are placed in different IITs, different NITs, as well as they are cracking the College Service Commission assistant professorship, and so on. So we are trying our best to do something to restore our glory. And also I must mention that we have very energetic young professors. We have near about 200 faculties we have, and most of them are very young and very energetic. We have a very good atmosphere we have, and the teacher students are very cordial. Every time student can move to us, and they can ask questions. So I appeal to so this is I want to say about our university.
Yep. Very good, Dr. Mehedi Kalam. Regarding Aliya University, it's a historical, it has a past glorious days. I have seen in the Haji Mohsin Square, there was Aliya Madrasa. There I used to go to teach. There open teachers training, the primary school teachers training. I used to go and teach over there. I've been a part-timer science professor there at that time. But I did 3 or 4 months, then I came back to UAE, so that was disconnected. So Aliya University is one of the as he said that, and you also know that everything what you want is available there. So when you are going to make a choice, it is closer to the it is very, I think, in the Newton, right? And near the Newton, is there, Newton. So you can be I think there is access easy also. And it is also a good chance for many educated people who are looking for the job. They are PhD. There are a lot of options for part-time teachers over there.
Yeah.
So you can have a chance to get job over there also. There is one chemistry teacher, I forgot his name. I knew him before. He's teaching from long time. He lives in Khidirpur.
I see. I see.
I forgot his name. So there is also opportunity for the young people who have done a PhD and master degree. They can go and join. So I will also recommend the people to make a choice when you are going to select the university. So now it is the time. It is the time for the students who want to ask the question to Dr. Mehedi Kalam. So please come forward and ask your questions. Anyone, audience, please. Come forward. You can write in chat if your question, or you can ask directly. Just unmute your microphone and then ask the questions. Where are your students, doctor?
Yeah. My colleagues is also there. I see Mehedi Hassan. Mehedi Hassan.
I have one question. Dr. Mehedi, I have one question actually. Thank you for this information session. This was very interactive and innovative session, and I really loved this session. I have only one query actually. This is to improvement of all the faculty members as well, all the teachers and all the faculty members. We are facing some issues in our classes, like we have some kind of polarized class sometimes. Sometimes the students are very good. Some of the students are very good, and some of the students are at the same time, they get hardly a good mark. So how can we improve our teaching pedagogy in such a way that all the students should get benefited of that, sir?
Yeah, of course. At first you have to identify which students are not performing well at first, and then you have to identify that students and got them to the remedial classes. I think that will be very useful for the remedial classes, and you can again for the remedial classes where you can again explain the same subject and same problems with them, and during that introduction sessions, I think the remedial classes, if you increase the remedial classes, they can improve better and better, I think.
Thank you, sir. I have again one query in continuation with this. Suppose we are having I was doing so. I was having some remedial classes as well, but still, if we can use some technology or some new innovations, whether it will be useful for the students.
Of course.
Doctor,
of course.
Can I come in, doctor?
Sure.
I will try to intervene here. Look, here we have come across this problem from long time. It's not the story of these days. It is always, you are not going to get the all good students, but this is a fluctuation keep on going on. But nowadays there is a good, we have creating a learning center. Okay, there we are asking the good students to take a part. And we are selecting the good student and asking him to do the service, and in reward of that, we are going to give him a certificate. Okay, so what is happening? It is actually the process of lifelong learning, where the table is going to be switched. The student will be teaching, teacher will be listening. Okay, so if we do this way, then you will see you group the students, one student good, other two student good, three student bad, and take a session like your remedial classes. Let the student teach. Let the student who was good teach them. You give them a reward and punishment type of that you will be given 5 mark extra. For example, in the assignment, like we give sometimes the attendance marks. So give them 5 marks extra. So he will be coming forward to help their. This is called the what I said, what I said in the beginning, the name, peer learnings. Okay, you can make them, the peer will be able to help each other. And this is going to be highly effective. Teachers cannot do everything. You have to disown your responsibility to the other, put under the other, and then you will succeed. Okay, so if you just give some responsibility to the students, good students, and give them a group of the people with them, and then keep on making a record of that. When did they sit? What did they learn? And just keep a follow-up. Your problem will be easily solved. Hopefully, this is what we are doing in our university. So hope I managed to give you answer. If not, you can ask me again. Yes, doctor. Yes. Anybody else?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you agree what I said, Dr. Kalam?
Yeah. Of course. And whenever a student try to teach any subjects,
yes,
then he or she have to know everything. So,
yes,
so every time,
that is the idea behind that. You put the responsibility on the student. That's a great idea. Great idea.
Yes,
anybody else from the audience, please come forward. This is your time.
Hello.
Yes, Kausar Imam.
Yes.
Yes, Kausar Imam.
Yeah.
He's our alumni.
Okay, very good, Kausar. You can ask your question.
Yeah. You introduce yourself at first.
So it's nice to see you after such a long time. So I did my master's from Aliya Universities, and then I cracked the NET exam, GATE exam, but finally I am here in the United States doing my PhD in astrophysics in Clemson. So my question is more related to the research, I will say. What observational properties we can expect from wormholes? Like, can they emit X-ray or gamma rays? Or something like that.
Yeah. At first, I'm giving you one examples of that. The solutions, actually the wormhole solutions coming from the solutions of the Einstein's theory of relativity, and that one of the solutions is the wormhole solutions. Now the question is, what kind of radiation comes? Actually, what we are trying to get that the exotic matter as a dark matter. This is my latest research on that we are trying to get the existence of the dark matters, and dark matter, if we put the dark matter at the throat, then we can construct the wormholes. And now the question is how we can identify the dark matter. So there are some experimental evidences are trying to find the dark matter existence. And from that point of view, we can say the experimental evidences from the wormhole we can expect for that.
Is it clear to you? Yes.
Yeah, it's very much clear. Like once we get the dark matter distribution thing, then we can be able to predict like there is a wormhole.
Yeah. Yes.
And the solution of the wormhole is very, very important. I'm giving one examples about the gravitational waves. Actually the gravitational wave solutions coming from the Einstein's theory of relativity, and it was Einstein prediction in 1916, mind that. And the solution is so strong that we can't get any evidences of the existence of the gravitational wave till 100 years, because the gravitational wave actually observed in 2016. So Einstein's theory of relativity is so strong that it has solutions. So we get it the existence of the gravitational wave after 100 years. So just like that, the wormhole having a solutions coming from the Einstein's theory of relativity. So who knows, the technology is so sophisticated that we can create that, we can get that the existence of the dark matter, and we can existence the wormholes.
You're very good. Actually, what I think, like in the case of the Bohr's model of atomic theory, that the dark matter is going to be the same to keep adjustment. You are keeping on discovering many things, then you're trying to bring something without charge matter. Now you're bringing dark matter. So these are all options, exactly repeating what has happened in the Bohr's model of atomic theory. It is similar to thinking coming up here. So now here I will put from my side. These are all physics. Can you do all these things without help of mathematics? Because the mathematical modeling is giving you the process like E equal to MC square is nothing but a mathematical formula. And this is one of the biggest discovery, right? So everything you are putting, taking with the help of, because very difficult to go to the space and do all these kind of finding the dark hole and what you call the black hole, and all these are just prediction is available through mathematical modeling only. Okay, like the case of, for example, if I want to show the people can see this one, but if I take it far away, the size of this will decreasing and the times it will disappear. But we are saying this does not exist. Exactly is the case of the dark hole. Like it is there, but we are not able to see it because it's far away. Some geometrical orientation and all that we are not able to see. So people are using their mathematical concept to give prediction, and which is coming true through the experimental verification. Because of the NASA is getting high resolution, what you call the cameras and all that. As the days are advancing, the prediction of Einstein relativity theory is becoming more and more clear. Sometimes it goes away, sometimes come away, and people are doing their effort to make it correct. Sometimes want to reject the quantum theory, and all these are really doing great job. So now I will like to
sir, I just want to add with that I must say about the story of when Rabindranath Tagore meet with Einstein.
Yes,
and at that time the quantum mechanics actually just started the concept of quantum mechanics, and all we know that the quantum mechanics is I think what you are realizing that is not happened what we are seeing in Newtonian mechanics.
Correct.
So it is a probabilistic mechanics. So Rabindranath Tagore was not was very curious about that subjects and wants to know that what is quantum mechanics. He asked Albert Einstein that what is quantum mechanics? Can you explain? So Einstein he explained that Rabindranath Tagore told Einstein that we see a moon in the sky, and your quantum mechanics says that that moon may be there or may not be there. So what is this? We can't explain it with our reality. So Einstein give an examples to explain this the concept of quantum mechanics, this probabilistic mechanics, is that Einstein told Rabindranath that you see the cloud in the sky, right? Rabindranath says, yes, we are seeing the cloud in the sky. And Einstein told that suppose you are moving towards the cloud, nearer to the cloud, then what you will see? You will see when we are nearer to the cloud, you see only some water drops is there. Correct. Nothing else. And whenever you are coming back again you will see the clouds. So this is the quantum mechanics.
It is. So it
just,
exists and it does not exist at the same time.
So
it's very good. Yeah. So I will now request again my audience, if there is anyone who want to ask question, please don't hesitate. This is going to be a very good session. We are doing a lot of anyone? You are free to ask question. Hello.
Hello, sir. I want to know about, yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
I want to know about the big current. The universe is continuously in expand. But what your opinion about the big current?
Yeah.
Did you get Doctor? His question is clear to you?
Yeah. According to this is not the one theory of the or the beginning of the universe. But there are some theories is that is a cosmological model is there that after the Big Bang universe is created, and after that some parameters is there, and due to that again all the a universe is starting from the Big Bang, and after some time all the matters will be now collapsed to a single point, that is called the Big Crunch. So it is one of the models, cosmological models, but nowadays things that after the Big Bang there is acceleration also takes place, but that acceleration is nowadays is called the late acceleration takes place. So according to that observation, the universe is now accelerating, of course, but that acceleration is the late acceleration takes place. So some scientists, of course, say that there is maybe some possibilities of big crunches is also there, but many scientists thought that there is no possibility of big crunch.
Is it clear to you, Afroz?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any more question? Any more? Because we
No, sir.
Is there anybody else who want to ask question? So now time is already up, and now I will be trying to conclude my this sessions. So I would like to thank Dr. Mehedi Kalam for his giving his time. I had to follow him up for the last 6 months in order to get him find time. So this was a great exercise of mine. I kept on following him. I contacted him through the email so many times, and he gave and we wanted to collaborate with him. I wanted to take him to my university to seminar sessions. So these are going to happen. So so you agreed to give and found your time. I'm really thankful to you, and hopefully that the audience might have surely got some kind of ideas that they were not knowing. So thank you for all what you have done. So my concluding remarks, I will be telling that from his life, he wants to suggest that if you want, the student must develop a curiosity to learn. So a student must be, if you want to learn, the student must be curious to learn. If the curiosity is not there, then you are not going to learn physics. But I will suggest that it's not only to physics. Anything you want to learn, you should have a desire to learn, which you can say curiosity. So any learning should be accompanied by curiosity. If you don't have curiosity, you will never know. Like think about the apple falling from the tree. Okay, many people have seen falling tree from the apple falling from tree, but nobody cared. But Einstein thought about this. He developed the curiosity, and this curiosity gave us a big theory. It is a law, a gravitational law, which still the people are not able to understand too much, that this is a force which the people want to unify. So it is a great thing. If there were no curiosity, Newton would not have gone through to find any solution for this one. So that led him to discover this can happen to you also. The next thing which came up, that for the school students who are going to prepare for exams, he gave a very nice suggestion. He gave the name of the books. You can go through the books. Those books are available in many libraries. You can try to find out them. But he also suggested that group learning is a good process to learn nowadays. Not everybody can buy individually all the books. In a group, if you make a group, you can buy one book for this subject, another by this subject, and you buy actually in that case nowadays the PDF file. Don't get the book. If you get the PDF file, then you can share. And nowadays technology is helping you. You can make a group of a study. You can simply send question, make the WhatsApp group, and you can share your idea, your question to that. The student will respond. Nowadays, this group learning is one of the advantageous way of learning because of the technology. And also, he has given idea about his course, about his research area. He has given briefly described what he's doing, what is the future of the physics. Okay, and finally he gave you an idea about his affiliated university where he is. He talked about his Aliya University. He suggested that the students should make a choice of joining Aliya University if they find, because the selections or campus selection is a very good. As he said, in some branches it is 100%, some branches 50%. So these are the briefing concluding remark which I will give you. Okay, and with this I would like to thank all of the participants, those who have found time and participated in this program. Keep participating. This program is going to happen every Saturday at the same time, and every time I bring new professors of distinguished reputes. As you have seen, Dr. Mehedi, next week I'm going to bring a mass media personality development professors. Dr. Saddamuddin, I'm going to bring him. He will be giving you he will guide you and help you. He will give you counseling also. He will talk about the personality development. So it's going to happen every week, features. Okay, he also fortunately belonged to, he's a research scholar in Aliya University, and he is teaching in some other college, I think. So you are going to have on this platform a lot of distinguished people. You know them, take their life experience and follow them. Hopefully it is going to be a win-win situation for both of them. With the hope that you will be joining again to me on the next Saturday. I would like to thank you once again to Dr. Mehedi Kalam and to all the audience. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Stay safe, stay at home. I would not say anymore, but the scenario here in other countries are that the people number of cases are increasing. But be careful. Don't give up the preventive measures. Safety is yours, in your hand. Try to be safe and secure. So goodbye to everyone. See you again on Saturday. Goodbye.